I had a little solo design firm that I ran on and off from 2017 to 2020 called 543 Concepts. That I started in an entrepreneurship class run by Brad Aronson. Shout out to Brad. And for its purpose as a side hustle, it did great. Having a business introduced me to lots of new ideas, strengthened my business acumen, provided me with legitimacy, forced me to become a better designer, made me more comfortable with self-advocacy, made a decent bit of money, and allowed me access to amazing people across the city and the country. But as a long-term venture, I found the whole ordeal exhausting, lonely, and completely overwhelming to the point that I shut down at some points. I decided in 2020 it was best for me to go back into the workforce and not pick up a business again for a good amount of time. Actually, I think every founder, every entrepreneur has to take their licks the hard way. You don't always know what the hell you're doing. There's times where you're lost. But I learned I'm not the most flexible of people, but I learned to be adaptable, learned to organize, to focus, to communicate expectations and the way to communicate expectations. I learned conflict resolution, how to be firm, but not aggressive. Learn how to stand my ground and believe in myself to some certain extent. And I learned how people think when they're running a business, which would help me when I became a product designer and I needed to speak to CTOs and CEOs and CFOs, how to speak their language. I would like to have my own design firm at some point. I want to take exciting projects, and one of the advantages of having one was that I got to choose who I worked for and when I worked for them and what I did in my own hours. There was freedom in it. Of course, there's a flip side to that. And I feel with several more years and a little bit of maturity under my belt, I think I would be better suited to leading a company, an actual firm into the future. I considered starting one again, especially moving from a very large company to a startup, and I get to see the inner workings of how other business leaders think all the time. And I have now the connections and access and support system to kind of keep it upright. I wish you guys the best of luck in your business. And remember, choose your path. It doesn't need to, if you want to be an entrepreneur, the best of luck to you. If you don't, that's perfectly fine too. Not everyone's built for it. I certainly wasn't at the time. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.